My name is Allison Hardy. I am a personal trainer. I'm an artist. I'm a former college art professor. I am a mom of one. I have a 2.5-year-old little guy. And I am a pastor's wife. So life is always interesting and exciting and busy in the Hardy household. So I thought today I would share with you some information that I learned off of a podcast that I recently listened to. So the podcast is the Dave Ramsey Entreleadership podcast. If you've heard of it, tap the screen, give me some hearts. I kind of just discovered it within the past year, and I had heard of Dave Ramsey before because I knew him as a financial planner guy. I took a course called Financial Peace University at my church. It's offered through churches, and I loved it. I fell head over heels in love with it. I've always been kind of interested in money and what money can do for you and the community and the world. So any chance to learn about money, I get all geeked out about it. But the Entreleadership podcast is a really great business podcast that the Dave Ramsey crew does. So I was listening to it on the 8th of February 8th, 2016. And it was talking about an article that was in Inc. magazine by Caren Merrick. And it was 10 things that highly successful female leaders should never do. And being a female self-employed leader, I was like, I think this might apply to me. So I listened to it. And they didn't go through all 10 points, but they kind of nailed down 4 major points. And I later found the article on Inc. I think it's Inc. magazine. So I read through the whole thing, and I actually agree with these 4 points. They are the most 4 essential points. So I thought I would share them with you all. So I'll get right into it. Number 1, the first thing highly successful female leaders should never do is lead others before you lead yourself. And I will be honest, I'm completely guilty of this. I put professional development on the back burner for years. And in 2016, I made it a point to read one professional development book every week, or every month. And I'm not a big reader, so that's a big one for me. Yes, it is a good one. It's a big deal for me to read a book. I know that sounds really wussy and terrible, but it's true. Sometimes I have a really hard time paying attention to things, and reading a book just isn't something that I could do in the current moment in time. But if I don't understand how I tick, no, books are hard when it's hard to focus. I know, but I do love Harry Potter. I can get those guys down real easily. I have no problem reading those. But personal development, yes, I have problems. Harry Potter's great. So if I don't understand how I tick, if I don't understand how I work and how I function and how my mind works, I'm not going to be able to figure out other people. And if I am to lead people, I need to try to figure out what makes them tick, what makes them work, what makes them think ways they think, and just ways to approach that. So by doing personal development, working on me helps me to lead others. So I need to put myself first and those other people second. And that's kind of scary when you have your own business. Because, you're there to serve your client, but you're also there to serve yourself, because if you don't serve yourself, you can't serve your client. So that's the first point they made, and I really like that. The second thing you should not do if you are a highly successful female leader is you should not forget to prioritize your mental, your spiritual, and your physical health. If you are not right, you're not going to have a good business. Let's be honest. People are going to see right through you. So if you are super stressed out, your mental health is not the greatest. If your spiritual health isn't good, or if your physical health not good, again, they're kind of important things. They're kind of things that make you tick as a person. And if those things aren't in line, people are going to see that, and it's going to reflect on your business, and it's not going to be good. And spiritual health, you don't have to be like a die-hard Christian. I'm a Christian. I'll put that out there. I'm a pastor's wife, so I have some fairly strong Christian beliefs. But, if you're not a Christian, you need to at least acknowledge that there's something else in the world. You need to know that there's something else out there, and that's you can rely on it. So by kind of putting your energy out there, it can help. It really can, I promise. So I would encourage you to try that out. Physical health, if you are out of shape, you are probably not the most stress-free person. I think of mental health and physical health as kind of connecting sometimes. I think that they kind of revolve around one another, and I think when someone is really in some pretty good shape, I think generally their stress level is down. And again, that's a generalization. But I do find a connection, I know in my own self and with my clients, that when I am constantly working out, when I'm focusing on my fitness, generally my stress level is down. And people want to work with people who are not insanely stressed out all the time. So try it out. See how it goes. Let me know. The third thing that highly successful female leaders should not do is avoid showing gratitude. It's important to be thankful. You understand priorities when you are thankful. And by showing gratitude towards either a client or being able to like buy something for yourself or to be able to like provide food on the table, being thankful is really, really, really important. And I think it will help with your sort of mental health also. So that's going back to that previous point I made. And being thankful is, you don't have to like broadcast it from the treetops. You just need to acknowledge it. You need to be thankful for what you have. And it also helps when you are super stressed out and you take a break and like list a couple things you're thankful for. Generally your stress level will go down. So thankfulness is a really good thing to get into. I recommend it. And the fourth thing is they fail to support other women. Yes, this is a big one. And it's actually one of the one of the reasons why I am self-employed. So I used to be in an environment that was really competitive. And competition is great. I'm all for competition. I'm all for like a good, friendly competition. But when women don't support other women, that's a problem. The movie Mean Girls exists for a reason. And I know it's an extremely exaggerated version of women. But women can be kind of malicious sometimes. So I think by sort of breaking that cycle and, focusing on women and supporting women, it's great. It also makes you really like one of those people that people are drawn to. You're kind of become magnetic. So when you support other people, especially women, it's awesome. And people see that and they acknowledge that, and then they probably will want to work with you because they're like, oh, this woman's awesome. She's gonna support me. So I think it's important that you support other women. And being a female entrepreneur or a leader is hard. It can be really, really hard. I think women are unique people. I think we're unique creatures. We have kind of different priorities than men sometimes. And I think when we support one another, we really put those priorities in the forefront. So I think it's important. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is sweatflexshine@gmail.com. And again, my name is Allison Hardy. And I'll go through those points just one more time. So number 1, lead others before you lead yourself. Number 2, don't forget to prioritize your mental, your physical, and your spiritual health. Number 3, you avoid showing gratitude. Show it. It's important. You need to be thankful. Be thankful for what you have. You have it really good compared to other people. And number 4, you need to make sure you are supporting other women. So I hope that makes sense. Again, email me if you have questions. sweatflexshine@gmail.com. And again, my name is Allison Hardy. I hope you have a great, great rest of your day. And I'll talk with you all later.